Hey guys, Landry Rook here. I just want to share with you a quick video about how to navigate this time span between when you begin praying for something and when you actually see the fruition of it. I'm talking about things more like days, weeks, months, years rather than just minutes. And I've seen this happen so many times where somebody either gets a promise from the Lord, if they just start praying into something and really needing a breakthrough from God, and then that thing just isn't happening. And depending on how a person navigates that season, it can either be beneficial for them or it can be really catastrophic for them. I've even seen people get to the other side of what they were praying for, and because they didn't position themselves well in that season, they actually weren't able to sustain the very thing that they had been praying into. So I really wanted to share with you this little tip, if you will, about how to navigate that. The Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a dream realized is a tree of life. And so that hope deferred, when we get to a place where we have put off our hope long enough, it will be harmful to us. But there's a way to not do that. So we have two things going on at the same time. We have our external circumstances, and we can call that an external goal. So the thing that we are praying into, the thing that we're believing for, that end goal, that thing that we're waiting to have happen, that's going to be our external goal. So in the entirety of the time where that's not happening, you could have hope deferred. But the way we don't do that is we actually bring in a different goal, an internal goal. And we actually put a value on that time in between because we create internal goals that will actually position us to carry that thing better. So we use that time to develop our character, to develop our internal world, our emotional world, our mental skills in ways that will actually position us better for that end goal. So for instance, if I needed financial breakthrough, if I had just been trudging along, just living paycheck to paycheck, and I started saying like, God, I need more resources. Well, if I simply get those resources, but I haven't cultivated a new skill set so where I know how to budget money and I know how to spend responsibly and not spend out of emotional distress, once I get more resources, I'm just going to spend them just like I spent the few resources. If you don't do well with a little, you won't do well with a lot. Similarly, if I'm praying for a wife, but I haven't used that time in the off season to learn how to be emotionally healthy, to learn how to feel like a whole person even when I don't have a spouse, to learn how to communicate my needs well, well then if I get a wife, it's just going to be really stressful and could even end poorly because I didn't cultivate that stuff while I could, and now I have to try and learn how to do it while I'm stuck in the constraints with somebody else. So that's just a couple examples of things where we can use that off season to really be developing the character to sustain the very thing that we're praying into. So I just wanted to encourage you with that, to put some purpose to that time and to really help you understand that you're not simply waiting. This is a time of opportunity to really gain things that you can't gain in the future. If you gain it now, if you go through that work now, it will be so much better in the future. And it actually gives you some tangible purpose in this season.